Ger40 technical analysis, and we're on the monthly chart as you guys can see. And in regards to this chart, we can see that the market has given us what seems to be a very nice double top over here, and the anticipation in as far as a lot of traders and investors is concerned is for the market from this level to actually move further down, at least to where we have the neckline of this double top. And ultimately people want to see price do this where it moves further down to around that level to close more or less in line with where it had started. However, we can see that at this point in time we have this green bullish candlestick, and remember also that Germany is in a technical recession, and for that reason I actually expect price to move further down. However, as I said, we have this very strong green candle, and the reason why we saw DAX being rather strong is due to earnings season in the US. Remember that at the end of the day all of the indices are connected, whether it's US 30, Nasdaq 100, UK 100. What else do we have? We also have HK50, which is the Hong Kong index. We have the Japanese index as well. At the end of the day, all of these indices are connected, and the American indices seem to have a significant impact on the rest of the indices. Anyway, let's proceed, guys. So what I'm saying in other words is that as much as we're seeing this strong bullish candlestick, chances are that we're going to see the market move further down to around this level over here once earnings season is over. Anyway, from here let's head down to the weekly chart and see what's happening down there. And let's have a look. Weekly chart, here we are. And remember guys, on the monthly chart I spoke about how we have that strong bullish candlestick over here, and we can see that on the weekly chart it has expressed itself as three bullish candlesticks, and perhaps we have one more here that is rather bearish at this point in time. However, it hasn't closed, and as I said guys, we may potentially see the market at least move that down to around this level over here, right? So what else do we see in regards to the weekly chart? On the weekly chart we can see also that the market at this point in time is at a very strong level of resistance, as we had multiple rejections in and around that area, including in the past as well, and we may potentially see price actually move to that level first and perhaps later on move even further down to around this level. Why do I say this level? That is because it is the neckline of this huge W structure, and you guys know that whenever we have these structures we want to see price closing sufficiently above the neckline, which is over here, and then in the future coming down to the neckline to give it a test, right? And then where we have that neckline is where we want to see price move further up, and that's exactly what happened here, where we saw price move up to where we have that strong level of resistance, and we may potentially again see the market move down to around this level, which is now not only the neckline of this huge W structure, but also a very strong level of support at this point in time. But just to zoom out, guys, just to zoom out, remember on the monthly chart I spoke about how we have this huge double top and it has a neckline at that point, and I said ideally we want to see price actually move further down to at least this level to test that neckline, but ultimately we want to see price actually move further down to that level to close more or less in line with where that double top had started. And just keep in mind that at this point in time Germany is in a technical recession, and we may potentially, as I said, see the market move further down once the market has you know tested that very strong level of resistance over here, right? So here we are now on the daily chart, and just to recap guys, remember on the weekly chart we said that if I can just zoom out or zoom out a bit, we said that price at this point in time is at a very strong level of resistance, as we had multiple rejections in and around that area, and that we may see potentially price move that down to around this level, which is the neckline of that W structure that we spoke about on the weekly chart. However, on the daily chart, if I can just zoom in, we can see also that the pattern has expressed itself as an inverted head and shoulders pattern, which has a neckline at that point. And actually a W structure or double bottom is the exact same pattern as an inverted head and shoulders pattern. The only difference, as I always say, is that the inverted head and shoulders pattern has an extra leg here. So if you were to cross out this leg, you would see that an inverted head and shoulders pattern is a W structure, right? So the same principles apply, right? Anyway, as I said, guys, from this level here, due to the fact that price is at a very strong level of resistance, we may potentially see the market move further down to around this level, and at this level we may potentially look for buy opportunities. Having said that, it is also quite possible that we may see the market actually move further down, because remember, on the bigger time frames I spoke about how we have that huge double top, and I said that we want to see price at least move further down to where we have that neckline of that double top, right? Anyway, let's utilize the Fibonacci retracement tool just to see if should price from this level push further down to around this level, does this level, which is the neckline and also a very strong level of support, align with any key numbers that we have in regards to the Fibonacci retracement tool. So just bear with me, guys, and let's have a look. Fibonacci, there we go, right? And we can see, guys, that the neckline, which is over here, of this inverted head and shoulders pattern or double bottom, aligns, we could say, with the 50% Fibonacci retracement level, which means that it adds as confluence in as far as looking for potential buy opportunities at this level should price reach that level, right? And as much as I'm saying that we have confluence in as far as looking for potential buy opportunities at this level, remember also, guys, that on the bigger time frames we have that huge M structure and price is somewhat here, and we want to see it move that down to where we have that neckline, right? Anyway, what else do we see in regards to the daily chart? At this point I don't see much. Let's head down to the H4 chart and see what's happening down here. And in regards to the H4 chart, in fact, before I continue, let me just zoom out again and just recap. Remember, guys, price at this point in time is at a very strong level of resistance due to those many touches that we've had, and we said that we may potentially see the market move further down to around this level, which is the neckline of that huge um, W structure, or we could say that it is an inverted head and shoulders pattern, and the neckline of this pattern actually aligns with the 50% Fibonacci retracement level. And we also said that we may see price, once it reaches this level, right, actually move further up, because remember, guys, whenever we have these patterns, as I said, we want to see price breaking sufficiently above the neckline and then come back to the neckline to give it a test, and at that point is where we may potentially look for those buy opportunities, right? So just keep that in the back of your mind, and let's zoom in and see what else is happening in regards to the H4 chart. Let's just bear with me, guys. And on the H4 chart we can see that we are in an if I can just draw it, we're in an upward trajectory. Just bear with me, right, where the market is moving upwards. And as I said, guys, ideally at this point is where I believe we should be looking for those potential buy opportunities. In fact, I'm just gonna add my channel on the H4 chart, right? Just bear with me while I do so. There we go, 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 right. Let's just zoom in and see what else is happening there. I don't see much really, guys, and as far as buy or sell opportunities go. Ideally at this point, what I would love to see happen next actually is price actually doing something like this, where it gives me that second leg of that double top, and I would then look for potential sell opportunities at this point, or I would wait for price to close sufficiently below the neckline, head back to the neckline to give it a test, and at this point is where I would look for those potential sell opportunities, and my first take profit would be around this level over here. Why that level? That is because it is the neckline, remember, of that double bottom or inverted head and shoulders pattern that we spoke about, right? And we said at this point we may potentially again look for those potential buy opportunities, right? I hope what I'm saying makes sense. As much as I'm saying this, guys, just also bear in mind that we have this channel over here, and as much as I'm saying that I want to see something like this happen, where price gives me the second leg of that structure, right, and that we want to see price ideally close below the neckline, and then head back to the neckline and then push further down, it is quite possible that, as I said, because we have this, price may bounce off of this area, which is this very strong level of support, you could say, and at this point we may see the market move further up. So we just need to be careful. But in closing, and just to go back to the if you can just go back to the weekly chart, right, and zoom out, let's have a look on the weekly chart, guys. Remember, we have, as I said, this huge structure, and ideally I want to see price actually move further down to around this level, which is the neckline more or less of that double top, and ultimately we may see potentially price moving further down, because as I said, at this point in time Germany is in a technical recession, and the reason why we have this very strong move to the upside is due to the fact that both Nasdaq 100 and US 30, in addition to S&P 500, have been doing quite well in as far as earnings season goes. And once earnings season is done, we may potentially see price from these high levels move further down.